Here comes the Tesla gravy train, an unstoppable locomotive crashing through conventional barrier, price targets, balance sheets, and all-time high after all-time high. And nothing seems to be able to stand in its way. Short sellers fall one after the other. And the Tesla killers? The Tesla killers seem to fall before they even get started. But will Tesla be able to continue climbing endlessly higher? Or is it like Mim Marbles me commented in my last video? At some point, the Tesla gravy train will wind up, probably with a nasty correction. Do all good things come to an end? Are the Tesla bears right? Is the Tesla bubble going to pop? Is the Tesla gravy train destined to crash and end up as twisted metal at the bottom of the tracks? Tesla is up over 740% this last year. Can it really just keep going up? Well, I think it can. Stay tuned because we're going to talk about it right now.
You can spend your money and keep it too.
If you would like to learn more about great and not so great companies to invest in, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring that bell so that you don't miss any of my content. Hit that like button, because every time you hit a like button, an angel gets its wings. It always seems to come down to the same conversation with Tesla. It's like Tesla's own personal Groundhog Day. Tesla stock keeps going up, and as it goes higher, the experts are like, well, you see, Tesla was overvalued to begin with, and now the only reason it's going up, it's because of those Robinhood kids are out there buying the stock. They don't care about real data. They just buy it. They just like to buy Tesla. The only reason any stock goes up is that it has more buyers than sellers. And it doesn't matter who the buyers are. A buyer's a buyer, even if he does trade on Robinhood. And this conflicting information from seemingly trusted sources leaves the poor shareholders without direction.
They're listening to the wrong people. I listen to analysts and I go, are you an engineer? Well, no. Have you ever built a car? Well, no. But what did you do? Well, I've read a lot of magazines. Well,
they're perfect.
That's all you need.
They know everything then.
This would be funny if it wasn't true. Analysts who work for big firms are often right out of college. Not only have they not ran a business, many of them have never worked at a real business before. How are they supposed to analyze a company like Tesla? The answer to that question is very badly. I don't really think that Tesla's performance should be all that shocking to the experts out there, because this has happened before. In fact, Tesla, Amazon, and Apple all fit this channel's definitions of a monster stock. A stock needs three things to be a monster stock. It needs a massive market cap, it has to have massive growth, and thirdly, and most importantly, it has to have massive demand. And if it has all three of those things, this stock is a monster.
You're a monster!
But the best thing about being a monster stock is once you have these three things, you get an e-ticket ride on the exponential growth roller coaster. The way that this works is the massive market cap and company growth are fueled by the massive demand for the company's product or service. You can only have a monster stock when customers truly love your product or service. Tesla sells every car it makes as fast as they can make them, and Tesla is a renewable energy pure play, and people love that. As a new investor, I stumbled across this during the Steve Jobs days of Apple, and when that iPhone exponential growth curve took off, it staked my portfolio and gave me a great start on investing. And I've been looking for monster stocks ever since. And I gotta tell you, I completely missed Amazon, but I didn't miss Tesla. It's like I said, this has happened before. The experts should know this. Both Apple and Bezos underwent exponential growth curves. The experts of the day were all saying the same kind of junk about Apple and Amazon. How they're both overvalued and yada, yada, yada. The same kind of junk they're saying about Tesla today.
Tesla. The simple fact is it'll happen. Bubbles burst. And so the question is, do you want to be picking up nickels in front of a steamroller?
So what's going on over here with Tesla?
It's going to crash this year. There's no way it won't. I mean, now it's worth $700 billion. By the way, it went up 5% yesterday. So what's that? You're thinking that's no big deal. That's $35 billion.
My feeling is that Tesla has a market value today greater than all of the other auto companies in the world that are public combined. I also think that they have a market value of 1.2 million for every car they sell. General Motors has a market value of $9,000 for every automobile they sell. I think Tesla is very fully priced. And the question is, how long will it take them to sell enough cars to justify their present market value?
It is truly incredible that the mainstream media is still laser focused on Tesla being nothing more than a car company. I mean, he is literally dividing the market cap by the number of cars sold. Remember in my last video when Chamath Palihapitiya established that Tesla was not just a car company?
I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business, right? They are figuring out how to harness energy, how to store it, and then how to use it in a way to allow humans to be productive.
Tesla is so much more than a car company.
At this point, how do you bet against Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Like you said, he's a pop culture icon, but yeah, I agree with you on that. But he's also a freaking genius, and he's delivering.
Tesla is slowly winning them over, either by changing their mind, as is the case with Jim Cramer, or by just hiring new young blood, as is the case for Rob Maurer, who was hired by CNBC as a Tesla expert in 2020. Well, all right. Good move, CNBC. Yeah.
Tesla has hit quite a milestone, with the stock up 728% and still soaring. So it has earned the gold medal of the Street Stock of the Year. Joining me on this very special occasion is Rob Maurer, host of Tesla Daily, and Jim Cramer. Jim, you and I have spoken extensively about Tesla, and you've gone from being a skeptic to a believer. So is the stock more powered by the investors themselves rather than the company's innovation?
I think that people want a piece of the company's innovation. They don't know where it's going to go. I think that Elon Musk is someone who gives you a chance to participate in his genius. It is obvious that he makes the most superior cars, or else he'd have to advertise. I think you have faith in him that he's not trying to create a value play. He's trying to create an innovation play, and innovation leads to a higher stock price no matter what. He's a technologist. In an industry where technology has been stillborn, he continues to innovate, and that's why I just think the world of him and think the world of the stock. And I'm not backing away just because it's supposed to go down after it's added to the S&P. I don't think it'll do that. It's a technology stock that's worth $600 billion, and that's a reasonable valuation for a great technology company.
Cramer says that Tesla's valuation is reasonable, and I agree. All the experts that have been clamoring on about how Tesla has been overvalued for the last decade, maybe they're the ones that have been wrong. And the 700+% meteoric rise that Tesla has achieved this year, is it possible that it's just the chickens coming home to roost as Tesla finally gets its due?
Rob, I'm not going to lie here. I remember scoffing when I saw ARK Invest's 2024 price target of $7,000, and yet this stock is proving to be unstoppable. So looking simply into 2021, where can you see the stock going, and are there any catalysts on the horizon?
If you think about pre-split, we're now at $3,500 per share, so that $7,000 price target's not looking so crazy anymore, is it? Yeah, I think as we head into 2021, when you look at Tesla, it's really a growth story. It's always been a growth story, and what Tesla has been able to accomplish has been, I would say almost unprecedented. When Amazon was sort of in this stage of their growth, going from sort of $1 billion up to around $25 billion or so, it took Amazon 10 years to do that. Tesla's actually done that in 6. So they've grown at a 52% compound annual growth rate versus Amazon at this stage was growing at about 30%. So there's a reason that the market is paying that premium to Tesla. Tesla is positioning themselves to address, probably the largest total addressable market that we've ever seen a business go after. We've got the automotive market, the energy market. We've got, as Tesla starts to develop their autonomous driving package and continue to roll that out.
It's the largest addressable market that we have ever seen a business go after. Auto, energy, and autonomy. I don't usually talk about this in detail because when I do, people's eyes tend to glaze over as if I'm talking about training pink unicorns. I'm opening up an article from arkinvest.com do yourself a favor and familiarize yourself with the research on their website. It's completely free and it's fantastic. Page 45 of ARK Invest Big Ideas 2020. And I've linked it down below so you can check it out later. Tesla currently dominates global electric vehicle sales by controlling 18% of the market. However, if you include ICE vehicles, Tesla only has 0.5% of the total automobile market. It turns out that the automobile market is worth $1 trillion. And Tesla's tiny little 0.5% share of the auto business is worth $5 billion. It has been accepted that the future of the auto industry is in fact electric. However, there is a huge debate as to how long it will take for the transition to electric power to take place. All I am going to say on the subject is that I believe that the transition to electric vehicles is going to happen a lot faster than most people think. In spite of Tesla's massive market cap, Tesla is still a baby in the automobile industry and has massive opportunity for growth for years to come. Tesla seems to be the only automobile company that is even trying to be able to produce enough batteries to transition the world to electric vehicles. Think for a minute about the future when all automobile companies are making electric vehicles. And at that time, if Tesla is able to capture even a 20% market share, and that would be a $200 billion opportunity just for the auto business. And as crazy as it seems to be, the automobile business is the smallest addressable market that Tesla is currently going after. Because if the world is going to transition to an all-electric future, then we are going to need a lot more energy. A whole lot more. Which brings us to the global energy market. And as incredible as it may seem, the energy sector is currently worth $7 trillion. Elon Musk has said that Tesla's energy business would be as large as or larger than Tesla's auto business. And looking at this, I can see why. A house with a combination of Tesla's solar panels and Powerwalls is like a little miniature energy company that is able to store energy and then sell it back to the grid during peak hours. Now imagine Powerwalls and solar panels spread across 100 million roofs worldwide. Tesla's consumer rooftop systems alone would make them the largest energy company on Earth. And Tesla has some really good commercial solar solutions. They have the Mega Pack, which has been replacing peaker plants all over the place. By just capturing a small percentage of the energy sector, Tesla could easily pass Apple to become the largest company on Earth. It is time to break out the pink glitter because we've arrived at the point where we have to talk about Tesla's unicorn. That's right, a robot is coming to your house to pick you up soon and drive you wherever you want to go. It's true, really. And for Tesla, the robotaxi network is by far the largest opportunity of all. Oh yeah, full self-driving is gonna happen all right. In about 20 years, that Elon Musk is like a crazy...
Rawr! Hey, that's enough, buddy. Elon Musk drives a beta version of full self-driving to work every single day, and it works great!
According to ARK Invest, the autonomous driving opportunity was worth $1.4 trillion in 2019. It will be worth $5 trillion in 2024 and $9 trillion in 2029. Personally, I think the 2029 estimate is a little bit low. Before I make my next point, I'm going to let Kathy Wood remind everybody how ridiculously far ahead Tesla is on this technology.
They have the first AI chip. No other auto manufacturer has an artificial intelligence chip for autonomous. They now have 15 billion miles of real-world driving collected. Google, the next closest, has about 25 million, 15 billion. The winner in autonomous is going to have the most data and the highest quality data. That company right now is Tesla.
I haven't heard anybody else say this, so it might make me sound a little bit crazy, but I'm going to say it anyway. When Level 5 autonomy is finally approved and autonomous vehicles start showing up everywhere, I think there is an incredible chance that Tesla owns 100% of the autonomous market, at least for the first 3 or 4 years. I mean, seriously, the only way Ford, GM, or NIO or anybody else is going to get full self-driving is to rent it from Tesla. Nobody else has the data or the technology. They're all fooling around with LiDAR, and LiDAR is just training wheels which aren't really going to work. With LiDAR, you have to map every single inch of environment for it to work. And if a sign falls down or you get a crack in the road, you got to rescan everything. It's just not going to work. Or maybe it will work in a 10-block area in Nevada. Teslas can see. They use the same system we use. We see things, we see signs, and we know they're there. We go, oh, let's move around that. Of course, it works because it works for us. If you can figure out vision, that's it. Every car can drive anywhere on Earth. So when full autonomy happens, whether it's this year like Elon Musk says it's going to be, or next year, or the year after that, or the year after that, whenever it occurs, it's game over. And it definitely is going to happen. I mean, really. Let's review and total up the opportunities that Tesla is disrupting. Tesla is currently working towards disrupting the auto market, which is $1 trillion in size. And Tesla is just starting to disrupt the $7 trillion energy sector and the quickly growing $9 trillion autonomous market. And if you add it all up, Tesla is disrupting three markets that total out to be $17 trillion. Honestly, I am unable to comprehend that amount of money. It's just too big of a number to fit in my little brain. So when I am asked if Tesla is going higher, I say absolutely. And if you ask me, hey, is Tesla going higher this year? I'll say, probably. If you ask me, is Tesla going higher this quarter? I'm like, I don't know.
When we compare the market caps, Tesla's obviously the largest in the automotive business, but they're still a relatively small manufacturer. They hope to hit 500,000 vehicles this year. And as Tesla expands globally in terms of their production, they're really, as Jim said, going to continue to focus on just lowering those prices, expanding their addressable market, and getting the best product out there and just taking share as fast and as aggressively as they possibly can.
Tesla has always been a growth stock and has had a 50% growth rate since going public in 2010. But now Tesla has been profitable for more than 4 quarters in a row. They have an almost unlimited amount of cash and can afford to fund any project they want to. Tesla will be building 2 or 3 gigafactories per year for the next decade. And Tesla is currently ramping up production of solar roofs, power walls, mega packs, Cybertrucks, semi, and superchargers. And they have lots of money to spend on R&D for new products like the upcoming $25,000 Tesla or the 3-wheel vehicle, which probably will be made for India. And even after spending money on all of that, they can still easily afford to fund any secret project that Elon Musk still has up his sleeve.
So Jim, if I had to ask you for your biggest takeaway from Tesla this year, what would it be?
I'd say what it is breathtaking ability to do things that other companies can't do. You're not supposed to be able to create a factory in this short of time. You're not supposed to be able to produce things. The man makes what we think are outrageous claims, but what they really are a well-defined system. And you say to yourself, how does he do it? I mean, geez, a lot of these regular companies, but you're not supposed to be able to make things this fast. And that's the real takeaway for me is he surprises you in how great he is as a manufacturer. He just makes cars, drives the price down, superior auto, and then puts it globally. I mean, this is just inconceivable that this person can do this.
Jim just made a fantastic point that captures the essence of the Elon Musk story. Elon is known for being able to make the impossible happen, and he does it on a regular basis. When Elon Musk said that he was going to make a reusable rocket, NASA said, that's impossible. There's no way you can ever get a rocket to take off and land all by itself. And now that Elon Musk is launching reusable rockets on a near weekly basis, The naysayers are like, oh yes, we always knew it was just a matter of time before rockets could be reused. The very fact that Tesla exists at all is in itself miraculous.
When Tesla first got going, myself included, I thought these guys are going to be out of business in a weekend. And I looked at the little sports car and I said, this looks a lot like a Lotus. How did they stay alive? Certainly not by selling that thing. How did they do it?
When Elon Musk said that he was building a factory in China and that it was going to be up and running in less than a year, people told him like, dude, don't you know it takes 4 years to build a factory, especially in a foreign country? But when he succeeded and his factory was producing vehicles in even less than a year, does he finally get some credit? No, all you hear are crickets. The point is, Elon Musk gets done what he says he's going to do. Even if he is occasionally late, he gets it done. So what do you think? What price do you guys and gals think that Tesla is going to reach this year? Frankly, I think that Tesla is going to probably reach $1,000 this year, but I expect most of Tesla's new growth to happen in 2022. Please leave a comment down below and I will definitely get back to you. I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you very much. No, seriously, I really want to thank all of you guys out there who watched my last video. And it has become a breakout video for me. It's gotten more than 10 times the views of any other video that I've ever done. I have gotten more subscribers in this video than the whole history of my channel up until this point. So thank you all, and I promise to try and be worthy of your support by doing my best to create excellent content for you.
Thanks for putting up with JC. I promise to keep him in line. Hey, make sure you all come back now, you hear? This is gonna be the best century ever and the most profitable. Woohoo!
Thanks for coming by. It's snowing out here in California. And until I see you again, be good to each other. And remember, you don't have to make a lot of money at your job to become rich, because when your money is making money, you can spend it and keep it too.
Don't buy or sell a stock just because a YouTuber like JC says so. He's got opinions. These decisions are important. It's your money. These decisions should be made by you. And whatever you do, make sure that you monster smash that like button. Rawr, rawr.